Welcome back to Superhuman Customs. I'm Stephen Heumann, and we have something really cool this week. It's for Christmas. Now this, let's make sure I don't get any glare on it. This is a Three Jokers Joker, the criminal version of the Joker. What I'm gonna do with this guy is I'm going to turn him into a custom action figure of my son, my oldest son, Max. He is currently serving a service mission for our church in New Zealand. You've seen him, the Mormon missionaries with the little tags. That's him, right? In New Zealand. Well, for Christmas, I'm going to make this guy into him. And I'm very, very excited. But we have a timetable on it. I got to get this mailed. It's got to get shipped across the Pacific Ocean. And so we got to start on it right now so that we can get this guy out. Now, the head I'm going to be using is a Flash Gordon head, which hasn't arrived yet. It should arrive tomorrow, but I got to get on this guy right now because we got to mail this off in the next week. So we're going to bang this out. I'm super excited. And what I'm going to do, which is different this time, is that the reason he's in the box is because I'm going to customize the box. Okay, so on the back, I'm going to have a picture of Max. I'm going to have his stats. I'm going to have all of this stuff. It's going to say Elder Heumann on the cover. The whole shebang. Even the card in the back is going to be customized, and I'm going to send it to him like this back in the box. So I have to be very careful with removing all this stuff because he's going back in here. This is going to be awesome. I am super pumped. So let's get started on this guy. First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to spray paint him because Max tends to wear a dark blue suit. So I'm going to use the beautiful spray paint we have, and we're going to get this guy taken care of. Now, in order to salvage the box, I'm going to have to cut everything out pretty precisely. So I'm going to just go through here because I want to salvage everything I possibly can about this box. So we'll see how this goes. I'm thinking I'll be able to do it. The next stage is we are going to pull him apart. I'm going to soak him in water. We're going to completely pull him apart, and then we are going to spray paint him. So remember, McFarlane's are very easy to break apart. They're very easy to remove the limbs and put them back together. So this is not a difficult process. So as you can see here, he is ready for spray painting, and let's take him out to do this first step. All right, so one thing I've learned over the past couple months by watching other people's videos is that when they spray paint, they've got them up off so you can get all around it, which is not something I've done before. So this is pretty cool. So let's see, I'm learning and progressing. We're gonna be able to paint all these in one go, which I'm really excited about. All right, so we're gonna use a bit of flesh tone paint now that everything is dry, and we're going to paint his hands. Now what I wanted to do was actually remove the hands, but these are the type of hands that when you try to pull them out, they actually split at the joint. And that is a pain in the butt to replace. So I'm not gonna worry about those. I'm just gonna paint the hands, and I'm gonna paint the feet so that they're all black. So let's get moving on that. All right, now let's get rid of the white on the shoes. Max does not wear white shoes. So just a simple coat of black, and we are good to go. I just wish I'd be able to see his face when he opens this up. I think he's gonna get a huge kick out of it. Obviously, he's in New Zealand, so I will not be able to see it when he opens it on Christmas morning, but hey, at least it's fun making it, and I can imagine what his face will look like on Christmas morning. The next thing we need to do while all this stuff is drying is we need to get rid of this tie, because obviously Max wears a normal tie, not this jokery double 1800s tie. The beautiful thing about McFarlane is that when he makes a toy, all of the pieces are separate. So the tie is actually a separate piece. So I can, in fact, peel it off, which is awesome. See, it comes right off. I can rip it out and add a new one, all of my own. This is the joy of McFarlane toys, is that they make it so easy to do all of this stuff. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to just fill this in with fabric paint, with white fabric paint. You guys know how I love fabric paint. This will fill in the holes. It'll dry as, looking just as white as the rest of the shirt. And then I can put the replacement tie on, which will also be fabric paint, just filling in, and then I'll paint it on. But this way, we're able to fill that gap in, and it'll look perfect in about 24 hours. All right, so I've decided to do a red tie just because it's going to stand out, and I'm using the fabric paint because obviously it's going to dry plastic. So here we go, and I have
marked out where I want the tie to go. And so here we are. I'm only going to go down to the halfway point just because of the fact that the rest of it will be covered by the jacket. So here we go. Let's get it all there. I'm going to go back over it with a brush just to make sure to smooth it out, but that's looking pretty good.
All right, it arrived. So this is what's going to be the head right here. I'm going to use this body for something else. Like the rest of this has nothing to do with this particular one. This is what we're concentrating on, is that head. But I will be doing something else with Flash Gordon in the coming weeks. That's going to be awesome. Let's go ahead and get this guy out so we can start completing this figure before moving on to the box. So looking pretty solid. What I'm doing now is the artwork for the box, for his tag, for the card, all of that fun stuff. So I'm going through and adding his photos to things. I'm going to change all of the names so that it reads his name. Now Max's hair is a little bit darker than this. So I'm just going to dry brush on some brown and darken it up just a little bit. He does have some, he's more of a dirty blonde, but his hair is a darker brown. So let's just go through and make this guy a little bit darker. He's looking good. We got his tag, we got his book of scriptures. He's ready to go into the box. And now right here, I have the artwork printed out. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna cut this out, we're gonna glue it on, and this thing's gonna be done. I wanted to add something extra in this blank spot here in the box, and I found some shoes from an old Superman figure, and I decided to put them here. Now what I'm gonna do is I'm going to take a lighter, this lighter right here, and I'm just gonna heat up the plastic and I'm gonna try to mold these in place. So here we go. Let's get it. Oh, it looks like it's working well. Now I'm gonna push the shoes in. They're doing it. It looks like it's working a little bit. I'm gonna probably have to do this like 3 or 4 times in order to get it in. Hopefully I don't burn the plastic. Looks like I got a little burn right there, but yeah, it is what it is. But oh, it's looking good. All right, I think what I'm gonna do, let's slide him in the box now. Here we go. As you can see, he's pinned in just like he should be, and the shoes are staying in place. Oh, look at that. All we need to do now is get this thing glued on and get this box ready. Moment of truth. This is about as stressful as trying to paint eyeballs on a figure. We got our spray glue. We're gonna get this on. Let's go. You're gonna wanna do an even coat on everything. An even coat covering all of it, including definitely the edges, because you don't want anything to come up. You want this to be permanent. Unfortunately, it's a little bit off, but it's not. Perfection in these things is not necessary. I mean, sometimes it's more luck than anything, but I think Max will be fine with it. Now I'm going to take it, I'm going to trim off the excess here and in here, and we should have the perfect Christmas present. We did it. I've done a lot of toys, a lot of customs this year. Since I started doing this, I think I've done 25 or whatever. It's been wonderful, but this has been the most personal, as I've been able to create my son, who's not with the family currently and won't be for another 2 years, to be able to send this to him for Christmas. And it has been a wonderful experience. I mean, check out the box, everything from the sheer creation of this, and adding little fun things like I put a picture of myself down here that says Elder Heumann original version, that sort of stuff, just to have fun. I know he will really enjoy this. I wish I could be there on Christmas morning to see him open this, but I'm sure that he will love it. I hope all you guys have a wonderful holiday season, and I hope that this inspires you to do some of this stuff. It's really easy to just take different pieces and make people that you love in your life and turn them into figures and give them to you for Christmas. I'm thinking I'm gonna do this with Sam, my 11-year-old, next year, and just have some fun with it. So Merry Christmas, everybody. Have a wonderful holiday season. I'm Stephen Heumann with Superhuman Creative. I'll see you next week.